Hello everybody, this is your old friend RJ City, and today we will be unboxing Batman the Animated Series trading cards. That was some deep shit when I was a kid. No, 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 no. Like that and Gargoyles was like serious shit. That was like the hot new show on Netflix. It was like, did you see this? It's really good. Just 6-year-olds in the schoolyard going, shit is on right now. Some serious shit is happening. It's so fucked up how that series would be so much more, I guess, dark and grittier and serious than the TV show, and for the most part, the movies also, until, the whole Nolan thing. This was like where you wanted to go if you wanted to seriously appreciate Batman. This is not a real unboxing per se, in the sense that they're not in a box, they're not even in a bag. I mean, I found them in a box, my childhood box. I don't know why I had them or how I got them. Nevertheless, let us begin. The first one here, we're going grayscale. Is this security camera footage? Looks like a bunch of no good nicks, if you ask me. One of them, this guy in the end here, is to me, looks like Oliver Hardy, but I don't want to get into that now. And maybe one of them is Pesci-like, but they are up to no good. Oh my god, look at this novel on the back. Mask of the Phantasm. At Wayne Manor, Bruce questions Andrea about her father. Finally, Andrea tells him the truth. The night Bruce's meeting with her father was interrupted by Sal Valestra, who I believe is Italian. Years ago, Valestra and his thugs were on the verge of killing Carl Beaumont over money he owed them. This is a fucking kid's show. Andrea tells Bruce that she and her father were forced to flee and spent years hiding from Valestra in Europe. When Beaumont had saved the money to repay the mobsters, they wanted more. Much more. According to Andrea, her father became the Phantasm to pay Valestra and his thugs back for ruining his life. And I guess these are said thugs. I have no idea. When I would watch a show, it would be like usually in the mornings or like in random syndication. So you would miss out on the serialization of this. The larger story arcs were often lost on you, especially like this. Oh, here is a classic. This is something. You cannot truly capture the Two-Face in like real life, real cinema, even the CGI, like the makeup Tommy Lee Jones was trying to get here. And then the other one with just the burnt face is fucking weird. But no, I believe in the early movies, the Tim Burton movies, it was Harvey Dent was played by, I think, Billy D. Williams, and then I think he was supposed to be, but they never saw it through, unfortunately. Look at that eye. Look at that horrible yellowed eye. But his teeth are the same. His teeth and his mouth and the tongue and the gums. But then the lips are all fucked up. Batman is tormented by a nightmare of Harvey Dent's transformation into Two-Face. The Cape Crusader awakens determined to save his friend. He was a big dreamer, this Batman. Soon, he uncovers the pattern of Two-Face's crime wave, and he's convinced that Two-Face is out to end Thorne's career of crime. Alfred, this was a good Alfred, by the way, he's on the back. I liked this Alfred. It's blurry, fucking whatever. Alfred warns Batman to be careful of Two-Face, but Batman grimly answers, somewhere inside that monster is my old friend. It must have been shitty for Alfred, because when, like, Batman, he's got to talk to Batman, he's got to talk to Bruce Wayne in the costume, he's got to kind of refer to him as Batman. It's a nice little role play there. Oh, this is some classic shit going on. These guys were going to heist, rob a bank or something, but that guy has headphones on, a Walkman, perhaps, or maybe a headset. Maybe they're producing some local television. There comes Batman like a bat, and I think that's where he got the name from. This one's called Feet of Clay, but feet as in achievement. With the sound of gunfire still ringing through the warehouse, Batman swoops down onto two puzzled thugs. Below, Lucius Fox, Bruce Wayne's business associate, lies injured. Batman knocks aside one of the gunmen, who kicks the Caped Crusader onto huge grinding gears as the phony Bruce Wayne escapes. They rused him. They rused him good. I love when they're like, can't beat this guy. What if we make a shittier clone where somebody impersonating him, and then we could kill that guy, and then we'll worry about the rest later. And this is the exact same card too, because it's such an iconic moment. Stop listening to your CD player. I was a big Clayface guy. This was just must have been fun to draw, and you're like a guy made of clay, and you go to the park and you see wet sand, and you go, what could come out of there? This is fucking hilarious. Push him through the door, his arms rip off. That's a fucking character. Menacing yet immediately comedically frightened. Clayface shoots a gigantic I'm from Sweden, hand at Batman, trapping him against the wall. As the creature approaches, Batman pushes with all his strength against the clay hand. Ooh, can Batman defeat Clay? The Dark Knight breaks free, shoving Clayface through the door that shears off his arms. But I guess they grow back like a starfish or something. Unaffected, the malleable Menace, great fucking name, forms a new pair, and resumes his attack. How do you beat Clay? You put him in one of those pottery things, those ovens, and you glaze them, and then you have a nice tea mug. This is beautiful, retro, futuristic. There's a little Great Gatsby. There's a little early influence to like perhaps BioShock, like that kind of vibe. But that's just stunning. Commissioner Gordon, here he is. Commissioner Gordon's way handsome on the animated series compared to what's his name, Oldman? Was he Commissioner Gordon? Yeah, this is the guy. It's like a Sam Elliott kind of character. Commissioner Gordon and Gotham City's finest move in to arrest the dazed terrorists as they emerge from their overturned truck. Gordon confronts Batman with the news that Red Claw is in Gotham City. He kind of looks like a lobster. Any leads? Batman asks. Nothing, replies Gordon. What about the fact that you know he's here? Red Claw is the most ruthless terrorist leader in the world, and we don't even have a picture of the guy. We just have this claw. He leaves a lobster claw everywhere he goes, so we know he's been there. Look at this is the last card and the best card. How can you not fucking love this guy? Why is there no Clayface like origin story? I mean, there is, but I'm saying I want like a whole feature film. I would watch it. This clay creature leaps off the roof and oozes into a storm drain, escaping the Caped Crusader and the police. Soon, Batman realizes that the monster is actually Matt Hagen. That's what puts it over the top, having a Jerry Lewis name. The next day, Ronald Daggett answers the question about Renew Cream for a talk show audience. Why don't you show them what an overdose can do? One angry woman asks. Why don't you tell them about me? The woman suddenly changes, revealing the form of Clayface. So he had this cream and he got too much of it and then he sits in a talk show audience as a woman asking Sally Jesse Raphael a question. This is the shit I'm talking about. This is the shit I want to see. Fuck Venom. Enough Venom. I want more Clayface.